morning, students. Welcome to Math Lesson 106, April 28th, 2020. So today we are reading and ordering decimal numbers through the 10,000ths today. So we have a place value chart here. We have hundreds place, so we have 100. Tens place, so we have 10. The 100 is 10 times 10. 10 is 10 times 1. We have 1, which is just 1. Here we have the tenths place. We see where we put the THS on the end. This is after the decimal. 1 divided by 10 and 1/10. Here we have the hundredths place. We have the 1 in the hundredths place. We have 1 divided by 100 and 1/100th. We have the thousandths place. We have 1 divided by 1,000, 1/1000th. We have the 10,000ths place. We see that the number 1 is in the 10,000ths place. 1 divided by 10,000, 1/10,000ths. So when you go out 3 decimal places, you are in the thousandths. When you go out 4, you are in the 10,000ths. So example 1, use words to name 12 and 625 thousandths. As you can see, you say it and you write it just as you say it. All right. Next, we're going to round. We have 7 and 345 thousandths. We're going to round this to the nearest whole number. So as you can see, 7 and 5/10ths, or 7 and 500 thousandths, is halfway. 7.3 would put us closer to 7. So as you can see, 7 and 345 thousandths is closer to 7. So we would round it to 7. Just use the number right next to the whole number when you are rounding to the nearest whole number, and that will guide you. All right, we are looking at comparing 4 and 5/10ths to 4 and 456 thousandths. So as you can see down here, they put the zeros. So if I'm comparing 500 to 456, I know that 500 is larger, so I know that that is greater than 4 and 500 thousandths is greater than 4 and 456 thousandths. So as you can see down here, I put the 0 as I am putting these decimal numbers in order from least to greatest. So here we have 45 hundredths, 457 thousandths, and 5/10ths. So I put a 0 there to help me organize these. I know that when I look down at the tenths column, that 4 is less than 5, so I know these two will be first. I put a 0 there to help me determine that 450 thousandths is less than 457 thousandths. So here we go. Here they are in order from least to greatest. All right, example number 5. We are writing the fraction 457 thousandths or we're writing the decimal 457 thousandths as a fraction. Then name both numbers. So here we go, 457 thousandths. Just put it over 1,000 because it's in the thousandths place. Both numbers are named 457 thousandths. All right, we are on to our lesson practice. The coins we have here are 2 pennies, which would put us in the hundreds place because they are 2 of 100, right? And then we have 5 mil, which should sound like we have 5 million, but it's really 1/1000th is the value of this coin. So we have 5 of them. All right. Now I'm going to switch to paper to show you the rest of the lesson practice. All right. As you can see, I've had some issues with retaping because my memory was full on my iPad. So I have a lot of whiteout on this one. All right. So for the problem that we just did with the coins, we had 25 thousandths right here. 25 thousandths. It looks like this, 25 thousandths, and in fraction form, decimal form, and word form. 25 thousandths. Don't forget your THS at the end. So now my next number is 6 and 875 thousandths. I write that just as I say it. 6 and 875 thousandths. My THS. My next number, again, is 25 thousandths for C. Write it just as I said it, 25 thousandths. D, I have 16 hundredths. So I write 16 hundredths. For E, I need to round these. So I have 4 and 375 thousandths. I need to round this to the nearest whole number. So that 3 tells me to do what with that 4? Let it go, right? It stays a 4. Now, for F, I have 2 and 625 thousandths. That 6 tells me to do what with that 2? Round up, correct? 5 or above, give it a shove. All right, my next one, oops, I forgot to white it out. That 3 tells me to leave the 1 the same, correct? My next one, I'm comparing numbers. So I'm looking, of course, there's nothing in the ones place. Then there's a 3 and a 0 in the tens place. So I know that this one is larger because 3 is larger than 0. So 3 and 75 thousandths is greater than 375 thousandths is greater than 375 ten thousandths. All right, here we go. We are going to be comparing and putting these in order from least to greatest. My first step when I do that is I'm going to throw zeros on there to make them all out to the same place value. All right, so now I'm comparing 100 to 125 to 102 to 150. Well, 100 is the least, right? So I'm going to go over here and put my 0.1. Then I'm going to look and I'm going to say, okay, 102 would be next. Then I'm going to put then after 102, I go to 125, okay, 0.125. And then I know that 150 would be the largest, so I'm going, but it was really 15 hundredths, right? So, and this would be in order from least to greatest: 1/10, 102 thousandths, 125 thousandths, and 15 hundredths. Now our next problem says 125 thousandths, and I have to write that as a standard number. So I write it exactly like it sounds. I always start with my first one, 100, okay, 25, and I put my decimal here, thousandths, because this is in the thousandths category. All right, and today our mystery word is going to be, let's say, goofy. All right, have a great day.